So Bundy Hill is part of the Chippewa Watershed Conservancy, and there is a map right down at the entrance that shows 3 other preserves that are all part of this same area. Starting right here at 1, we're going to go to the Bundy Hill summit, so take the summit trail.
Maybe this concept needs a little bit more explanation. So let me show you how we adventure dined in Mount Pleasant before, and then that will help explain what we're doing today.
The first example was a perfect pairing for me. Disc golf and then a stop at Dog Central. Or another one, paddling through downtown and then a patio pizza at Mountain Town Station. It's all about matching the vibe of the activity with a complimentary meal, typically with friends.
Now that we're all caught up, we're going to move on to the first pairing.
Since this is the first trail of the day and we're starting in Mount Pleasant, we're pairing this hike with a coffee from Pleasant City Coffee. Now, my daily order is a black coffee, but since we're adventure dining, I wanted to order something to enjoy on the drive out to where we are now. The banana nut latte on ice was just the right amount of energy and tastiness to set the day off right and get us out on the trail.
It's sweet, but not too sweet. This is delicious. Fork in the road.
I kind of like this idea of this ridge
So there's
trail.
this thing that I've been reading about called nature bathing, and it's where people who spend most of their time indoors, office jobs, that kind of thing, are spending more time getting outdoors and seeing and just being in nature for extended periods of time. I completely understand why that would be so beneficial, because when I'm out doing stuff like this, at the end of the day, I just feel better. And yeah, I have office days where I'm working on a computer all day, and once I do something like this, the rest of the week, it just feels better. It's like the volume of life gets turned down and the enjoyment level gets turned up. If reading trail maps is new to you, even a simple one like this can get a little bit confusing. So I'm going to show you how you read this so that you don't get lost in a place like this. Each intersection has its own label and number. And then typically at these intersections, you're going to see another map like this. Whatever you see up here, the 3, well, that's where you are. And then these arrows right here point to where the next one is. So I can look and say, there's 3. That's where I'm at right now, and I want to walk to 2. So then I look down at 2, and the arrow says that I have to go that way. With trail markers like this, I use it less as a thing of like, oh no, I'm about to get lost, and more as a, I want to see everything. So every time I get to a trail marker, I take a different angle. That way I get to see the entire trail.
So if we took the summit trail, continued, we'd end up here.
I'm assuming that these surveying blocks right here are because this is the highest point of Isabella County. It's kind of cool to see that they use this to start to measure other areas and distances. So when they're surveying the land, you have to have a high point, and I'm assuming that that's why these are here in the ground. You're now at the highest point of Isabella County.
Feels pretty good.